Today I am starting off with a True 22 from the Still Magnolia. I have it prepped and painted white. We are going to take 3 pieces of tape on the bottom and just start by making an X, and then the third piece of tape is going to cross the X. The tape on the bottom is just to give you a good guideline on where your paint colors and glitter is going to go. So just go ahead and go around your cup and make a few little pencil marks, and then your tape can come off. Today I'm just going to use 3 different colors of acrylic paint. You want them in the same color family, so I chose a red, yellow, and orange. And we're just going to follow those pencil marks you made, and we're just going to start by alternating colors and making stripes. Now that you have your colors in place and your cup looks striped like a hot dog on the stick hat, you're going to go in and widen each color one at a time. And while it's still wet, blend each color into the next. Once your paint is all dry, we're going in with the epoxy method. You're just going to add enough that your cup is sticky all over and that it's kind of hard for your hand to glide. You do not want this epoxy thick or dripping or anything, just a very thin coat. Grabbing your glitter, we're going to go in with the same thoughts of staying in the same color family. I went with Lady in Red, Bonfire, and Amber Sunset. Just as we did with our paint, we're going to start by adding stripes with our glitter. Just make sure when you go to dump your glitter off, you're going to raise your cup up or down and not side to side. Now that you have your colors laid down and you have something that looks somewhat similar to this, we're going to go back in and we're going to blend those colors together. I like to start up high and just do a few sprinkles on one side and then a few sprinkles on the next side, and then grab my next color and go in and do the exact same thing with my next color, just sprinkling back and forth up high. Kind of let the glitter fall where it wants to fall and let those colors blend together. When you have it all glittered, it should look like the color is shifting when it hits the light. Once that epoxy has cured for a few hours, we're going to go in with a super thin layer of epoxy, and we're going to sprinkle on a super gorgeous opal called Glacier, just light and sporadically. Once that coat of epoxy has dried, we're going to go in with another coat, but we're going to grab a little bit of our epoxy and add some champagne luster dust. It's kind of like a super sparkly mica powder. And we're going to add that to just a tiny bit of epoxy, stir that in until it's really concentrated and ready to go. Add another thin layer of epoxy to our cup, not too much. We don't want this luster dust to just flow all over our cup. We kind of want it to stay where we put it. So just a thin layer will do. And then we're going to go around our cup in an angle pattern, concentrating on leaving the center open, and just brush some on with your finger and a popsicle stick. Once I have it all laid down in that diagonal pattern, I'm just going to take my finger lightly and just kind of smooth out some of the pieces that got a little chunky and kind of create more of a pattern that I'm looking for. Once that coat is all cured, you're going to want to print and cut some fall leaves. I chose white water slide. You could easily use printable vinyl as well. And we're just going to place these leaves sporadically around our cup on that luster dust swirl we just created. Once that coat is all cured, it's time for your decal. I chose this cute saying, falling leaves and autumn breeze. And then it's time for your final coat and your cup is all finished. Here is the tumbler all finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you would like to learn more tips and tricks, join my Facebook group with the link in the description and look for me on all other social media platforms. Thanks for watching, guys.